Hey, this is Noogie from GuardingTalesGuides.com, and we're going to do Light versus Empire Knight. And this is a kind of an interesting fight, right? Because this is a new boss, and it's on arguably the... Either way, they put this boss up with like other bosses that are phenomenally good to DPS. Like Duncan's awesome to DPS, Fireworm is great, Garum with Earth vs. Garum is usually historically pretty good. Especially if you get the strategy down right. And then they put this thing in here versus Light, who's got not the greatest DPS. It's one of the lower DPSs now, even after the buff. And the Knight doesn't seem, the armor doesn't seem to, I don't know, he's just tanky as shit. It's the best way to put it. My Light team is also not good. Like the off-element weapon for Nari is easily the best weapon I have. And that's actually probably... yeah, that's not good. So this is where we are with this, right? So this will be, myself aside, the lowest damaging fight this tier. Now I know, and this could be a little bit longer of an intro, but there's now a light melee team, which is shifted and modified, and Eleanor's actually on that team on some versions of it. It can pull off just as good numbers as the range team. That's cool, but the most recent incarnation, I think, was it was led by Valencia, which is actually a solid pick. The new weapon of Lapis, and Neva, which is a rare hero, but it has a defense down kind of ability. And then, oddly enough, Ray. Not so crazy, but Ray is on that team as well. And what that does, I've seen it get up to 26 million on an 86, which is no joke. That's really good. But that takes Ray away from the other teams, which you kind of don't want to do. But the current melee light team, it requires quite a lofty investment, and I'm not crazy about it. So we're going to do this with this team. Not only that, but I don't have those other characters because who the hell plays with those characters at this point in the game? So this is not going to differ too much from any other fight with light, right? Because fight, you stay at range. Good thing is you can drag out your chains if you need to because Empire Knight does not move fast. He has one major ability that actually is not even that bad because you just stand there and DPS him within your circle. But since we've been playing Viper, I'm going to go ahead and stand at range most of the fight and at a diagonal. So since he kind of slow moves through the whole fight, you don't really have to worry about it. Now, you could definitely position better than I did there. And I'm going to draw out my first one and my second one. And then I'm going to do the same old thing with Nari, get that quick buff in there. Now, just like any light team, once a weapon skill is fully regened, I have to let it sit there for like 2 seconds to actually get in my next attack. And we do the same thing. We got 15 seconds left, so we can actually drag this out a little bit too. He does kind of slowly walk towards you, which is a little annoying. So we got like 15, and if you saw the other videos, like I'm doing like 25 with Ray and Claude, basically. I mean, those teams are way better built than this team, but either way, 15 is not that great. So what we're going to try to do to kind of improve on things is he ran away from us, and that cost us DPS. So let's see if we can fix that. I'm going to stay towards the bottom of the screen, so if he runs away, or he runs towards us, we're not very far away. So there we go, he's running towards us, but we're already in range. Or more importantly, our team is. So the one nice thing about him, you never have to worry about him interrupting anything. So we're kind of backed up into a corner here. Not ideal, but just keep going along with our team. Wait 2 seconds on the weapon skill. So we get to go a little faster on this one. So sometimes on light, you want to get close for the last skill. Oof, listen to that. Because you may not have time to cast because it's a distance skill. You may not have time to actually get it to the character before the timer goes off. Just the way everything lines up. So another 15 there. Once again, going to stay close to our buddy here. Don't go too terribly far out of the way. I think he's going to charge after this one. I'll just stay over here. So after the first 2, he charges, and hooray, we got that down. Alright, I'm going to let these go down. There's no real benefit to kind of chaining quickly after MK stuff, because MK actually doesn't add anything. I think we can just immediately special now because, yeah, got 11 seconds left. Try to walk up a little closer. I think we got it off. But I mean, that's the fight. It's not a hard fight, but he's thick. It's hard to get through that armor. I mean, I'm doing virtually 10 million more with the other teams. Every team. So that's 14. I'll show you my participation record today. So yeah, I just did 14, 15, 3 times. Look at the others. That's where I was today. That kind of shows you just how much of a pain in the ass that bottleneck's going to be. Now keep in mind, right? I'll show you the other thing too. I'll show you the presets. So you saw this preset, right? It's got 84 weapons, which essentially is now the lowest you can have, or the max level on MLB. On Worm, I have the leader at 87, Lilith at 87. I actually have some training going on those, and these are pretty high. So it's not an even comparison because the other teams are more buff. But that being said, it's still kind of a pain in the ass fight. It's 15 million on 81's not great, and there's not too much more I can do because the light chaining has been the same way it's been for a long time. So that's your fight. Hopefully it goes well. Guild leaders, just understand this is going to be your bottlenecks. You're going to have to deal with it, and good luck because this is going to be a pain in the butt.